Hi there, thanks for joining us. A multinational company looking to transfer an employee from one of its locations outside of Canada into its Canadian office may be able to secure work authorization on behalf of that employee for up to 3 years initially, or 5 years in some situations, or even 7 years. So given all of that, what obligations are there on that employer to ensure that the employee has a position to return to in their home country after their stint in Canada is complete? Is it even necessary to show this? Welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis. I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer at Goose Law Immigration, where we help businesses with securing work authorization for their foreign employees and save them from all of the legal hassle. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of showing that an employee has a position to return to in their home country where an application is being made under the Intra-Company Transfer program, ICT. Now, for multinational companies wanting to transfer employees to Canada, they typically are going to be doing so under an immigration program called the ICT, the Intra-Company Transfer program. And this program allows for companies that have a business operation in 2 other countries outside of Canada, plus which also have a Canadian operation, and where those entities want to transfer employees from one of their foreign locations to Canada, they may be able to do so under the ICT program. Now, one of the requirements is that where an employee is transferred under the ICT program, they are going to be allowed to work inside Canada temporarily. And the work duration may vary. The initial application typically is going to be for 3 years, and depending on the category of work that the employee is coming to do, they may be able to extend for another 2 years up to a maximum of 5 years, or in some situations they may be able to extend beyond the 5-year marker up to 7 years, again depending on the category of work that this employee is going to be doing. If this is a US citizen who is applying under the NAFTA ICT or the CUSMA ICT, then the amount of time they can extend is going to be different, and they will have more opportunity to renew and to remain inside Canada. The point though, the bottom line is that irrespective of the duration of time that they're allowed to be in Canada initially, they are going to be in Canada temporarily. And one of the requirements under the ICT, and this is actually a new requirement that has been imposed by the immigration authorities, one of the newer requirements is that the entity, the sending entity, so if the employee is coming from the US, coming to support their Canadian branch, then the US branch must show that the employee has a position to return to. Okay? So previously, where these types of applications were being made, there was no obligation on the sending location to indicate that the employee has a position to return to in their home country. Now that has changed. There is now an obligation, a requirement. In order for the application to be approved, you must show that the employee has a job to return to in their home country. And again, remember that they are coming initially for 3 years, with the possibility of being extended up to 7 years in some situations. And so sufficient or rather appropriate documentary proof will be needed in the initial application, whether it be copies of the employee's contract showing that their position will remain in place after their temporary assignment in Canada, or an official letter of support from the employer indicating that the position will remain available to the employee, and so on and so forth. But irrespective of the documentary evidence that is included, this is now a requirement that an employer must meet if that employer wishes to show that the employee is eligible under ICT. The employer must show that that employee has a position in their home country that they will be returning to. All right, I trust you found value from this quick bit of information. As always, remember to like our videos so others will see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel and check us out on go.gooselaw.com. Thanks. See you again.